Welcome to Around the House, sponsored by Romac Building Supply. I'm your host, Don Magruder. If you'd like to get more homeowners tips, go to aroundthehouse.tv, where you can sign up for our YouTube channel and our weekly newsletter. In this segment of Around the House, Daniel Dicus, the project manager for Ross Plumbing right here in Leesburg, is joining us to discuss common plumbing problems that you find around your home every day. A leaky faucet, a busted water heater, a pipe that's busted in the wall can ruin your day. But there's common sense solutions that can help you maybe prevent and solve these problems. We've got a real expert here with us today to discuss how you can manage the plumbing problems in your home. So with that, I'd like to introduce Daniel Dicus, the project manager with Ross Plumbing. Good afternoon, Daniel. How are you doing today?
Good, Don. Thank you for having us today.
We are so happy to have you here. Take a moment and tell us about yourself and Ross Plumbing.
Well, I've been with Ross Plumbing since 1992. I started there straight out of high school. Been state licensed in 8 states. I've come up from laborer to apprentice to journeyman to master plumber, estimator, now manager of the business with Terry's son Clint. We run everyday operations there as well as Terry does too. But we just enjoy doing plumbing, and that's what I've grown up to do, and that's the best I can offer back to the community, is to want to provide plumbing services to them.
And you mentioned offering back to the community. Y'all have been big contributors and supporters of the Habitat Leesburg Construction Academy home here in Leesburg.
Yes, sir.
Teaching students and offering your services. That's been a great project.
Yes, it's been a great project. I've enjoyed getting back into the high school. My kids are in high school now, but just helping those kids, mentor to them, to get them back in the trades, because we're lacking that in the future of the construction trades, getting skilled and qualified young people.
Right. No doubt someone's going to have questions when we go through the program about some of the things we talk about. How can Ross Plumbing be reached if they have a question and maybe need a service?
Yes, sir. You can reach Ross Plumbing at 352-728-6053. That's our landline, or I have an after-hours emergency number of 352-267-3505. Or you have a customer contact at www.terryrossplumbing.com.
Now, Ross Plumbing is a full plumbing services. And what amazes me about you guys, y'all will do the flapper ball replacement, yes, all the way up to a huge commercial building.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the services offered by Ross Plumbing.
Well, we started out in business as a large commercial contractor. We've built everything from hospitals all the way down to changing flappers, but we do everything in between. Right now, we're putting a lot of focus on our service industry right now for our local people, and we do everything from water closet repairs, lavatory repairs, water heater replacements or repairs, water main breaks, sewer drain clogs. We try to do it all. So,
one thing we talked about prior to the show was water heater breaks, and tankless water heaters are hot as a firecracker.
Yes, sir.
That's a pun, isn't it? Hot.
Yeah.
But I know I've got one, and you were saying you have one. They're great, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. It's hot water. As long as you run that heater, it's going to keep heating.
Thinking about the service that you're doing every day, what are the most common plumbing service issues you are seeing here in Lake and Sumter County?
Predominantly water main breaks, pinhole leaks on copper in houses, galvanized piping creating leaks, clogged drains, mostly in cast iron. The cast iron just deteriorates over time.
Yeah.
It's just a rough product, but that's mainly what we have. And then water heater repairs. A lot of electric.
The old technology really was meant to be replaced. And
yeah.
You hear people say, well, I don't think no one at the time thought cast iron piping would last 100 years.
Yeah. No, it don't last 100 years.
No.
We've replaced a lot of miles of it.
I tell you, nothing's more aggravating than a clogged sewer.
Yes, sir.
If someone has a clogged sewer, and it may be 100 foot to the road, how do you diagnose where the clog is, and how do you diagnose repairing it?
Well, first of all, we're going to go to the outside exterior clean out of the house or property in question, and we're going to look to see if the problem is interior or exterior. We know if we pull the plug and it's boiling out there, it's going to be downstream towards the city sewer. But if we figure out it's outside or inside, we're going to take a camera and run it down the line. If we can get a visual on what the problem is, that's worth its weight in gold, and then we handle it from there.
So you literally put a camera in the sewer line and you
Yes, sir.
put a picture on.
Yep.
That's amazing. Another big problem here in Lake and Sumter County, the well water is rough on this
Yes,
old copper piping.
Yeah.
A lot of copper breaks in the wall. Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
Well, the copper water piping throughout our area here is predominantly has a problem with pinhole leaks, and a lot of that actually goes back to chlorine in the city water systems.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, a lot more problems in city water systems than wells, but in wells you always have the problem of sulfur and all those nasty calcium deposits, which do create problems as well. But it's just copper is a metallic material. It's going to decompose.
And there is still a little bit of polybutylene pipe, the old plastic pipe that was put together.
Yes, sir.
I basically say by hose clamp, but
Yeah.
those are just about replaced. Some still in a lot of mobile homes.
we go into the villages area and we find polybutylene still, and then do total repipes of mobile homes up there sometimes. Polybutylene took a bad rap because a lot of the material problems were actually in the fittings, not so much in the pipe. The chlorine in the water was affecting the fittings and basically deteriorating them, and they crack.
Well, Daniel, let's go to the Romac Show and Tell desk, and we're going to look at some of these problems firsthand so our audience can see what you're dealing with every day. Stay tuned to see some ugly pipes. See you in a moment. Welcome back to Around the House. I'm your host, Don Magruder, and we're at the Romac Building Supply Show and Tell desk with Daniel Dicus. He's a project manager with Ross Plumbing, and we're about to look at some ugly piping. Daniel, this is the biggest, ugliest piece of pipe you got here.
Yes,
what
sir.
in the world is that?
Well,
it looks rough inside.
Yes, sir. This was a 4x2 combination. We took it out of a basement on a house. The house was approximately 40 years old. You can see the deterioration inside of the piping here. That's what bad cast iron looks like. I've seen a lot worse than this, though.
Yeah, I've seen it where it's literally corroded completely.
Corroded right through.
All right, so you have cast iron pipe that can corrode and fail in the sewers.
Yes, sir.
Plus, some people still have that old clay pipe.
Oh, yes, sir. Yep.
So that's where the clog's happening.
Yes, sir.
And roots don't help, do they?
No, roots don't help. Clay pipe, the terracotta you're mentioning,
Yep.
That's really bad about letting roots intrude through the joints of that material.
And even with drain fields and stuff today, it's not wise to have a lot of plants and bushes around pipes.
No, sir. No,
Yeah.
it's best to leave those out.
Talking about an ugly pipe, that's an ugly pipe there. Look at that. Ooh, I don't believe that hole's supposed to be there, is it?
No, sir. This piece of copper was taken out of a project that we had did ourselves many years ago. But this is just the deterioration of the copper that was in the slab.
Well, what's amazing here, you see pits here, it's fell in here, it's fell in there, and I guess my whole point, a lot of this is in the walls right now of older homes, isn't it?
At walls and under slabs. A lot of houses in Lake and Sumter County had the copper looped under the slabs for them.
How do you fix it when it's under the slab, and how do you take care of an issue like that?
The hard way. You bust right through that floor, through the concrete floor, and you get to it, and you cut the section out and put it back together. And if it gets too bad, we go into repipes on the property.
But that's the thing about it. If you have one section of pipe felling like this, isn't there a good bet that everything's felling?
Everything's going to start failing as you keep going.
Okay. What do we have here? Just another old piece of pipe?
Yeah, this is just another deteriorated piece of pipe we took out of a property that had a pinhole leak in it.
And this shows how it used to be done back in the day?
Yes, sir. This is old school sweated copper right here that we still find this predominantly in a lot of older houses, 85 and earlier. But we still do a lot of this kind of copper work on commercial projects that we still do today.
Now, what's primarily being used in today's projects, Daniel?
In today's projects, residential housing, a lot of this product, CPVC FlowGuard Gold. It's a plenum rated, fire rated material, so it's good for if your house catches on fire. It's not going to give off toxic chemicals.
So they're not using the cold water PVC no longer.
No, sir. No, that's what we have here was PVC Schedule 40. This is predominantly used for underground water mains coming from the city meter to the house.
And this is more of a vent or drain pipe?
Yes, sir. Yep. This is PVC DWV Schedule 40 pipe. This is predominantly used in all houses and a lot of commercial properties that we build today. This is the main thing. Now you can see that this is not going to deteriorate over 50 years. It's going to stay clean.
But this old galvanized pipe, that will deteriorate.
Yes, there's a lot of homes in Leesburg and Lake County that have a lot of galvanized water piping in them. It deteriorates just terribly bad. I mean, I've seen this pipe right here go down to about an 1/8-inch hole.
Wow.
and travel water through it before. But these two products, this galvanized and this black iron, are predominantly used today for gas piping jobs.
And these are new technologies as far as compression type vinyl piping.
Yes, sir. This one here is not such a new technology, but been around a long time. This is a Vega PEX crimping product. It's kind of like the same as polybutylene, just a much better pipe material.
Yep.
But the fittings are made in brass,
Yep.
which don't deteriorate. And then you crimp these ends right here, and that's how you make a leak-proof joint. This is the newest product in the workplace. I do this on a lot of hotels. Take these fittings here, which are plastic. We expand this pipe in this little collar here, and we shove it together, and that material automatically retracts itself to this, and then it gives you a leak-proof joint.
Now, I know these are always having problems. This is your standard ball cock and flapper on the
Yes, sir.
toilet.
Yeah, these would be the standard flappers and ball cocks that we would do repairs on somebody's toilet.
But I will say, this seems like a heavy-duty one. This doesn't seem like something you'll find at a big box store. This is a nice one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that something that you guys handle?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I actually buy this product from a company called Wolverine Brass. They'll actually private label me my own stickers for the top of it. But the thing that for us on this is a brass assembly down here.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
always
plastic.
the plastic fails down
Yes,
there.
sir. So that's why we purchase this and install these, because that's the weak point on these.
But Daniel, I'll be honest with you, compared to what you find in a big box store, this is twice as heavy.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a new ball cock. Now, I've never seen this.
Well, this is called a flush tube.
Tube.
This takes the place of a flapper.
Okay.
Kohler and American Standard manufacturers of toilets, they're now using these styles of instead of a flapper, they're trying to get the water to go down all at one time in that hole into the bowl.
So
there.
it makes a better flush.
Yes, sir. Makes a better flush. They work really well.
Now, I see we don't have a lot of time to go into, but these are the various stems and pieces, parts to a faucet. A lot of people think when a faucet starts dripping or something happens that they got to replace the whole faucet.
Yes, sir.
You guys can replace these pieces and
Yes,
parts.
lots of these parts are easy to
For example,
replace.
the stem, and you have the washer.
Yes, sir. The bibs and washers they're easy to replace. The seats at the bottom, we can do all that.
So you are a full line plumbing dealer.
Yes, sir.
Daniel Dicus from Ross Plumbing, thank you for being our guest today.
Thank
One
you.
more time, if someone had a question about today's show, what's a good number they can reach you
You
at?
can reach us at 352-728-6053. That's our landline. Or if you have emergency services, 352-267-3505. Or if you just want to get a customer contact through the web, it's www.terryrossplumbing.com.
Thank you for watching Around the House today, and be sure to catch Around the House every Saturday in the Daily Commercial. Until next time, we will see you around the house.